Today we are taking up the topic of power of attorney. What is a power of attorney? To whom should a power of attorney be given? The types of power of attorney, implications of giving a power of attorney, and how to protect yourself if you have issued a document called the power of attorney. What is a power of attorney? A power of attorney, the name itself signifies it's powers given to an attorney. You are empowering a person to act on your behalf on the basis of a document. By this document, you authorize a family, a friend, or a third party to act on your behalf, to do any acts which will be given in that document. Whom can a power of attorney be given to? A power of attorney can be given to any person whom you trust. It is not important that a power of attorney has to be given to family, to relatives, or any person. It can be given to any third person, a family, a friend, any person, a lawyer, to act on your behalf. What are the types of power of attorneys we have? We have specific power of attorney and we have general power of attorney. Well, when I am talking about power of attorneys, I am talking about within the legal parameters of India. So, power of attorney is a general power of attorney where you give general and generic powers to person to act on your behalf. That is powers of sale, powers to rent, powers to lease, powers to use your bank accounts, to access your bank accounts, to give your house on rent, your properties on rent, to undertake any construction, to do anything on your behalf is a general power of attorney. Now, when we talk about a specific or a special power of attorney, a special power of attorney is a document where you give specific and special powers for a specific purpose. So, let's say you have a property, you have 4 or 5 properties. You have a property in Punjab, you have a property in Delhi, you have a property in Chandigarh, you have a property in Gujarat, Goa, so forth and so on. But you want to authorize a person to only complete the documentation for your Punjab property. So, we create a special document, a special power of attorney which is only for the purposes of Punjab property and mentioning the specific powers you will give the person, which means if a person is only there to do the documentation on your behalf, so the power of attorney will mention that it is only for the purposes of documentation and it is not for general purposes like sale, lease, etc., etc. So, you become specific in that. What are the implications when you give a power of attorney? When you are giving somebody the power to act on your behalf and you are giving that document voluntarily, in sound mind, you are binding yourself with the act of that person. So, if you have given a general power of attorney to an XYZ person, or let's say your relative in India or anybody, anything that he does on the basis of that document, you are bound by each act. Now, even if he has done something which might have criminal implications, you are bound because he is acting solely as your agent. He is acting as your attorney holder. So, you are the principal and he is the attorney. So, you and the attorney are liable for the actions done by that attorney on your behalf on the basis of that document, which is the power of attorney. So, a person giving a document, when you are drawing up a document like a power of attorney, you have to be so cautious that what are the powers you are giving to a person, one. Secondly, the powers that are given, once that act is complete, You have complete proof of that action he has taken on the basis of that document called the power of attorney. And once the purpose is complete, you have to cancel the document. In India, it is not like you have it abroad in Western countries where the document is revoked automatically. It's a durable power of attorney. It is for a specific purpose. Once the purpose is over, or maybe it's for a specific time period. Here, to ensure your safety, to protect yourself, you have to make sure that you revoke the power of attorney, or cancel the power of attorney once the particular purpose is over. And cancellation of power of attorney is not simply telling a person the power of attorney is cancelled and you are no longer authorized. There is a procedure that you have to follow to cancel the power of attorney too. So in a manner that you give the power of attorney, the revocation or the cancellation is in the similar way. It is not specifically कि हम लोगों ने एक notice लिख के दे दिया या एक email कर दी और text कर दिया that the power of attorney is cancelled. No. So tomorrow if that person again misuses a photocopy of that document or something, you are liable. So implications of giving a document like a power of attorney must be understood. It has so happened in the past that a lot of people used to give power of attorneys to their relatives in India to act on their behalf. Without reading the document, they would sign the document, issue them a power of attorney that he is only and solely looking after the property. Believe you me, all the power of attorneys given were general power of attorneys with powers of sale, empowering that person to sell the property, lease the property, mortgage the property, enter into endless agreements with third parties. And what happened eventually? The properties were sold. By the time the person who issued a power of attorney realized it was time for an action, it was late in the daylight. Of course, you can take an action. Law does permit you, law does grant you so many remedies to take an action. But why reach that stage where an action has to be taken? Why not protect yourself right in the beginning? So whenever issuing a document like a power of attorney, you have to ensure that the document is well read, understood. You understand every bit of that document. You do not give general powers. You give specific powers. You go to a lawyer, make him read the document, understand. Maybe your children, if you're an old person, maybe you cannot understand English or cannot read Punjabi, Gujarati, Bengali, whatever language. Make a person who can understand those languages. Read, translate, and then sign the documents. You do not have to handicap yourself or disable yourself only because of being lazy. Because you trust somebody, you feel whatever he's done will be 100% job, will safeguard you. No. You are responsible for safeguarding yourself, not a third party. So while issuing a document as important as a power of attorney, please be sure what you issue, how you issue, and to whom you issue that document.